Alright y'all, here's basically how I'm gonna do it for the next couple of days. We're gonna have 3-day and 2-day videos for the next coming week. And yeah, so I'm gonna compress 3 days and 2 days into one video. Why? Because one, it's easier on me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and two, I mean, there's no point in watching a full, 3 minutes every single time. That's just boring. So we're just gonna try and condense as much of this as possible, and we're just gonna give me my thoughts on it. So let's go. Day 1 starts here, and we first start out with a new way of jump roping. I've never jump roped this way before, but yeah, it was kind of fun. I wouldn't say, really fun, but Now I just realized I found a way to say absolutely nothing right there. Now here, just really quick, I was working with Coach on my distance management. He kind of wanted to get a feel for my knowledge of my footwork, wanted to see how I moved a bit. And like every single day, we start out with jabbing drills. You gotta warm up somewhere. And this is how I warm up basically. Now here, I would basically throw one jab, pull back, and throw 2 more. It's pretty fun. I mean, I like this a lot because, a lot of my old game plan was pullbacks and stuff. So I'm glad I get to revisit it. I thought we were triple jabbing here. I'm glad Coach still has his reflexes, because that would have been pretty bad. Now here's basically the meat and potatoes of today's drills. As you could see, I kind of tried to pick that up weird. But basically, I'm throwing a medicine ball over my head, and then I'm basically just running towards it, picking it up, and throwing it again. Now this seemed to work out parts of my body that don't work out that often, and I know that because I was sore in a lot of places the day after this. But I was also lifting with my back instead of my legs, and I shouldn't be doing that, but hey, that's kind of what I was doing in the moment, and that might be a reason why I was sore. But then, as you can see, we are, doing more ball drills. I'm slamming it to the ground here. And after that, Coach basically had me do a kind of weird drill, I'd say, where I basically reach overhead, pick it up, slam it to the other side, then back and forth like a arcing motion. Now let me explain what that next drill was. Basically, I was trying to bring the ball forward and back, just grabbing it, and it's a lot harder than it looks for me. As you can see, I was doing stuff with the plyo box, and like this one right here, I'm just switching my legs. I really don't know what it's used for, but I felt fast doing it. Now here's a drill where I go side to side. It was definitely a drill that I've ran before. No, I've never ran this actually, but again, it's more agility focused. Here's another plyometrics drill where basically Coach had me reach up with my knee as far as I could, then had me drive it back down. Apparently I was supposed to switch in the air, but I just couldn't do that. Now here I'm trying to jump at least 2 feet, and the reason for that is, we're trying to just get my legs more powerful. This is one of the drills that will probably help me activate my glutes a lot more, which is something I probably don't do. Actually, it's not even a probably, I just don't activate my glutes in general. Now you could leave it in the comments if I'm wrong, but I remember hearing that if you activate your glutes, it would, help improve your power a lot in no matter what sport, just it helps improve leg drive and power. But that's the end of the first day, and then we basically do this at the end of every single training session. As you can see, I'm carrying a 10-pound dumbbell, and I'm just trying to go back and forth for 10 reps. This is a wrist exercise. It's really important that I do things like this just to make sure that I can punch as hard as I can. Day 2, y'all. Day 2. Anyway, I'm a lot more proficient at doing the style of jump roping that I was doing yesterday, but then we went into mid punching again. You may remember this combination from my early days of my channel. I'm trying to put a video link in there, but as you can see, it's the 1-2-5-2. I was practicing this a while ago with Coach Eric, and it's one of his favorite combos, so if he's watching, hey. Now here I was doing 2 hooks. I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't like this one as much, more because I don't like throwing the left hook. First off, I'm a right-handed southpaw, so it kind of sucks for me to throw, and also, I just never liked the arch, like the reach. Sure, while it's a left hook, it's gonna be pretty powerful. It's basically like a haymaker punch. I just don't think that it's worth it, all the risk of just opening yourself up this far. But hey, if you want to correct me, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments once again. Here Coach had me jabbing a bit lower, basically with a double jab. Then he had me doing a classic, which is the 3-2. Here's a more fun combination. It's a rear uppercut followed by a 3-2-3. If you've watched or read Ippo or even watched my videos, you might know this one. It's a jab into a hook. I just like this because of the angle change that comes with it, and also, it suited me for a while because, the telegraph with my jab, you really didn't know which angle the hook was gonna come from or if it was a jab. It was a lot of fun to run something that's familiar to me. Now, coach had me throwing 2 straights here, and you could see that my left hand is just not as powerful as my right hand at all. Here's something we just covered in the last video, and that is battle ropes, and you could already see, I'll provide a link to the last video, but I'll also show a comparison here. I'm doing pretty good for myself when it comes to doing this, Like before I could barely get it moving, now I'm actually, getting it to move up and down, which is pretty good. That's some progress. Now, coach had me doing the arc stuff again, and I'm gonna be honest, it still looks as crap as the other day, but I mean, hey, I'm able to do more than I was the other day all at once, so I see that as a win. Then we're doing the overlapping, hands throw, and it was really kind of harder for me to do, because whenever they interlock, basically, I just, it's a lot harder to, move across, obviously, because of the friction. It was definitely not fun. Finally, here I'm trying to go as fast as I can and low as I can, and you could already see improvements from when I was doing battle ropes at the start. And speaking of 2 days ago, you could see I'm carrying the weight over my head like a ring girl again. But this signals the end of the day because we're doing our wrist training again. And as you could see with the other hand, the left hand, I move it out a lot more to compensate. So that's about it for now. We're gonna go to day 3. Now, I'm about to mess up this jump rope here, but I'm feeling a lot better with, doing it. Today in mitts, we worked on the 1-2-3-2, and also another thing, a 2 into a lead uppercut. I'm starting to, get how I like to throw uppercuts. I'm starting to get, just the hang of it, and it's getting fun to throw them, I might add. I actually kind of enjoy, like, the shift sensation into the, driving your arm up. It's getting kind of fun. Here's another fun one. It's a lead uppercut into a jab, into a straight, into a hook. Then we went into another combo, which is the cross, the body hook, into a head hook. Then we did the 2-3-4. I don't like the 2-3-4 as much for the reasons I said why, I don't like, using the left hook, but it was definitely fun. Now, coach had me working on my body shots here, and as you can see, you have me digging. I'm actually dropping my hands when I'm about to throw it a lot more, and it looks like it has a lot more power. Actually, it sounds like that too. Then coach had me do a uppercut, 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 uppercut. I don't think, it had anything to do with the combo I might use as much as, just an endurance drill. Same here with a 1-2-1-2. And here, once again, I'm working on plyometrics, and here I'll provide a timestamp to earlier in the video if you want to skip back, just to see my progress from here, and it looks pretty good. I mean, I think it looks better than before. Comment below if it doesn't or if it does. Right here, I'm running the side-to-side drill again, and I'm jumping on top of the plyo box again. As you can see right here, I'm in a lot of pain when I jump down because I hurt my knee. But hey, at the time of editing, I'm good right now, so I'm glad. And coach had me trying to jump over the box right here. I couldn't, but he said we'll get there, and you'll see in a couple videos time if we got there or not. But hey, that's the end of today's footage. If you want to watch more of my content, please watch me here on my YouTube. I'm Kobe Gaza. Please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.